Hello everyone. Today I'm going to go over Objective 13.1, which is topics commonly covered in the introduction, the body, and the close of an informational report, an analytical report, or a proposal. The agenda will be to go over some definitions, then we'll go into the introduction, the body, and the close for the two different types of reports, as well as for proposals. Then we'll go over a checklist for composing reports and proposals, and then a summary over everything that's been discussed in this presentation. Definitions. We'll start off with an informational report. So what's contained in an informational report? Data and facts. Key thing about an informational report is it does not provide a recommendation. Think of an informational report as a report card. If you have kids like I do, you've gotten a report card from the school. What does it provide? Strictly information, data, and facts. You got an A+ in math, an A+ in English, an A- in history, an A in attendance. But it does not give you a recommendation on what you should do about these things. An analytical report, however, offers both the information analysis or data and facts, as well as includes a recommendation on what you should do. Here's an example out of the text on food facts from the U.S. Food and Drug Association on buying produce. It gives background information and analysis on raw produce. Then it tells you how to buy produce the right way and how to properly store it. So it's giving recommendations. The final definition we're going to go over is proposals, as you can see here. What is a proposal? It's a suggestion that's put forward for consideration. A good example would be with all the recent storms in Kansas and Missouri. Many people have gotten proposals for new roofs on their houses. It provides cost information and a suggestion on going forward. So, what's contained in the introduction of these type of reports and proposals? In a report, basically the introduction establishes context, subject, and presents all the main ideas. It lists the purpose or a problem, the scope of the report, background information, the various sources that were used to write the report, definitions that will be used throughout the report, provides an organization on how the report is laid out. A proposal is very similar. It identifies a problem, provides background, provides a solution, gives you the scope of what is going to be discussed in the proposal, gives you the organization on how the proposal is laid out, and then you go into the next topic, which is the body. This is the meat and potatoes of both a report and a proposal. In a report, it's all the relevant information. It's explanations on what's being discussed, the facts, the analysis of actions if there are any, the pros and cons of the report, procedures, methods that are being used within the report, the criteria that was used to establish the report, and if it's an analytical report, provides a conclusion and suggestions. Now, conclusions are both in analytical and informational, but in the analytical report, you also get suggestions on path forward. Proposals, very similar, gives details and anticipated results, provides facts and evidence, a proposed approach to the solution, a work plan, qualifications such as in the case of a roofer, it may provide their licenses, costs that are associated with the proposal, and then you go into the close. The closing portion of a report summarizes the key points. It lists those in order, and it restates the conclusion or recommendations that may have been made in an analytical report, and then it provides next steps for going forward. Within a proposal, similar, you summarize the key points, but you ask for a decision. You give the key points, the benefits to the reader, the pros of your approach. You don't want to list your cons because you're trying to win the proposal. You restate your qualifications, and then make sure that you have a clear request for a decision. So, a good checklist for composing reports and proposals is to adapt to your audience. Make sure that you adjust to match the situation. If it's a formal report or proposal to high-ranking people, you should adapt it to that. If it's a informal type report to close friends or a proposal to close friends, you can be a little bit more loose in how you write your report or your proposal. Draft your report content. Make sure you have an introduction which establishes the purpose, a body which presents and analyzes it, and then a closing portion which summarizes the main points and presents a recommendation if it's an analytical report. And make sure your report is easy to read. When drafting a proposal, you should make sure your introduction discusses the purpose or issue, the body explains the benefits of your approach, and the closing portion summarizes your proposal, as well as asking for a decision. So, in summary, we've discussed reports. There's informational, which provides facts and data. Analytical, which provides facts and data, however, this also adds a recommendation. Proposals, they suggest a path or a solution. And within the report and a proposal, there's an introduction, which provides background, purpose, and context. A body, which provides the data and the benefits. And then the closing portion, which summarizes the main point and actions and requests a decision in the case of a proposal. Works cited are listed here. If you have questions, please post them to the forum. I'll be glad to try to answer them.